Hostages running for their lives, commandos pour in, ending a 16-hour standoff. Tonight, the gunman's connection to the Bay Area. I'm Ken Bastida.
I'm Veronica Dela Cruz. Liz has the night off. The hostage taker, Manharun Monis, was one of 3 people killed in the siege at a cafe in downtown Sydney, Australia. Police say he made demands to have an ISIS flag delivered to him and threatened to set off bombs. In the end, no explosives were found. Monis was born in Iran but sought asylum in Australia in 1996. Last year, he was also charged as an accessory in the murder of his ex-wife, who had family in Hayward. Tonight, her godfather told our Kristen Ayers he had a bad feeling about the gunman from the very first time they met. Kristen?
Yeah, and that was just over a decade ago. I spoke to that Hayward man earlier, and he told me, just as you said, he had a bad feeling about the man who would be the Sydney shooter.
Oh, it was a scam artist. Oh, yeah. Liar, scam artist, you know.
From his Hayward home tonight, Ayut Khalik told me he never trusted Manharun Monis, but he was still shocked to learn that he was the gunman behind the siege in Sydney.
I never thought he would do something like that, no.
Khalik met Monis in 2003 when he married Khalik's goddaughter, Nolene Paul. Khalik says Monis was so abusive to his goddaughter that just over a year ago, she came here to stay in his home in Hayward, seeking refuge.
He was abusing her, having her wear the hijab, did not want her to talk to anybody.
But Nolene and Monis had 2 children together, so after a month in Hayward, she returned to Australia. She was murdered, stabbed, and burned about 6 months later. Monis was accused of being an accessory, but spent little time in jail.
2 weeks later, he was out on bail. And, you know, if he would have still been in jail, this wouldn't have happened.
Khalik told me he realized Monis was an extremist when he found out he had been writing letters to the families of Australian war veterans killed in Iraq, gloating about their deaths. Tonight, he said his heart is broken for Nolene, for her children, and for Sydney.
Those people were innocent. You know, my goddaughter was innocent. Her kids were innocent.
Khalik said one of the lies Monis told was about his nationality. He claimed for years to be Egyptian and had a passport to back it up. It wasn't until today that Khalik learned he was in fact Iranian. Live in Hayward, Kristen Ayers, KPIX 5.
Monis was 50 years old. The Australian Prime Minister says that while he had a long criminal record, he wasn't on any terror watch list.